There are many more meat dishes in Puglia's repertoire, most of them as simple as this dish of oven-roasted lamb and potatoes that Chef Pietro Zito makes at Antichi Sapori. Those bulbs in the lower right corner of the table are Lampascione, or wild hyacinth bulbs, a much-loved staple in rustic country cooking.
Piatto molto antico.
It's a very ancient dish. We have a little Arab influence in our cuisine. It's called la tiella. But tiella is a word that applies to many dishes in Puglia. You could translate it as a humble casserole. The lamb, you can see how young it is, not more than 5 months old. It comes from the countryside, called la murgia. A copious dose of extra virgin olive oil, and then lamb chops cut from the leg, lots of black pepper and salt. On the dish, a layer of sliced potatoes, a yellow fleshed variety called margherita de cebolla. Mushrooms, these cardoncelli, are typical of the region. Then the ambassador of Puglia, Lampascione, that we've cleaned and sliced over the top. These give a nice bitter touch to the dish. Finely chopped garlic, parsley, grated pecorino cheese, all added in discrete quantities, never swamping the dish so that all stays in balance. And what they call winter tomatoes, harvested in summer and hung from the rafters to dry slightly and concentrate their flavors. Another very important ingredient with us, breadcrumbs, are added along with more olive oil and a half a glass of wine. And then it's ready to go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about an hour. At Just Sotto l'Arco, Teresa Bongiorno makes a simple dish, but nonetheless tasty.
Delle cotolette di Maiale.
Cotolette de Maiale alla Erbe. Baby pork chops with all the fragrance of a Mediterranean summer.
Rosmarino, alloro.
Bay leaves, myrtle, and rosemary. It's the quality of the pork and the freshness of the herbs that count in this savory dish.
La salsa non è altro che quella che è uscita da tutta la...
One really popular dish are these involtini, pounded fillets of meat wrapped around a savory cheese and herb stuffing, made by Chef Maggi.
Condiment stays in the middle, so close it in.
And what makes these so popular? Well, they're made from Puglia's favorite meat, horse meat. Horse meat, though lean, healthful, and full of flavor, is not part of a typical American diet by any means. In Europe, horse meat has been used for generations and is not considered eccentric or outlandish. And don't get alarmed. Chef Maggi says you can also make these from pounded beef scallops.